the brother Steve Harvey said that was somebody else who put that out there on his shit.
Yeah.
You know.
You already know how that goes with people that big when they have people running their stuff. You don't do it without the person's authorization.
Right. What up, baby? You can sit down, dog. Hey, look. No, look. Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, Craig.
If the man say he didn't do it, he didn't do it. Craig, we talking about the tweet
Technically
that came off Steve Harvey page
about
Les Hilarious not being funny.
He didn't hit.
Steve said he didn't do it.
He didn't hit enter send.
He was on there. Now I got to do a selfie. Steve funny to the motherfucking dog. He was fishing.
Yeah.
Wait, before Corey continues here, Tribe, I got to ask this question. I had no idea this tweet was about Just Hilarious. Or is this a situation where that Corey, who has a long ongoing beef with Just Hilarious, that this is another time for him to take a shot at her? So let me know in the comment section. Was this just something that was in general with the social media manager, or was it actually at Just Hilarious? Let's continue.
Yeah.
And he addressed it.
Well, we did that.
Steve was not claiming that shit. He said somebody worked for him, did it, and they gonna be fine. But the point I'm trying to make, Les Hilarious is so unfunny. People getting fired over the shit. You know anything about this, Craig?
I saw him put out the video. Yeah, I didn't know it was over her. I just know he put out the video. I thought that was funny.
I mean, he in the news for a lot of shit that, he said it ain't true. And I can honestly say, I don't wish divorce on no man who has found a way to get some things in this world. It ain't really like divorce is like, it's a bitch's chance to act like you ain't shit in front of the world. Like, a divorce is devastating to the few percentage of men who find a way, especially brothers.
That is so true here. Before Corey continues here, men, if you know anybody who's gone through divorce, you're going through it right now, it's not just starting over. It's starting over plus a deficit, knowing that you're going to separate homes, got to separate the family with the kids. You're going through the heartache and trials, lawyers, things of that nature. Divorce is trauma on men. Women complain about how divorce is hard on them, but they never talk about all the items that happens to men here. It is traumatizing, and some men even delete themselves or the situations of knowing and not starting over, but being behind here. So let's continue. Let Corey cook some more on this.
Craig, you ain't never been married before, have you?
No, hell no. I was engaged for a bit, but no.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was.
Don't do it, homie.
That was in his 20s, he said.
Don't do it. Don't never get swept off your feet by nothing. You gotta, man, let me tell you something, man. We don't know how to pick winners, dog. We don't. We always wind up settling for the girl we don't want to get away because we put a lot of work in with her.
Shit. Damn, somebody laughed loud over there.
That's the woman we marry in America. The one you just can't stand to see the streets do what they supposed to do to her. So you just be like, man, I'm finna just go and marry her so I don't lose her.
Wow. Right. Is that what it is?
That is a great point, Tribe. How many know so many men who end up staying with a woman only because their mentality is less than? They feel they can't get any other woman. They think that this is their only chance, and they're worried about dying alone because the way they live their life, they have been less than, without. And so when a woman shows them any kind of attention, they're willing to take it regardless of how they're being disrespected or how they're not even being treated like a man here. And it's such a sad state of affairs here because we have so many guys that does this here. So let's continue.
What it is?
That's what marriage is about in America.
Oh. Gosh, you're lumping everybody else in there.
I'm saying, like, I've seen it happen to the best of them, man. I've seen it happen to the best of them. I'm not talking about dummies. Matters of the heart in America, it winds up with mental extortion, where you wind up marrying somebody you ain't got no goddamn business marrying.
Man.
It don't just happen with marriage here in the States. It happened with
Somebody's
relationships.
stupid.
I want to say this because I think this statement is going to kick up some dust, but it's the truth. Gangbangers, pimps, all these men get bad raps in society. But you know who is the worst motherfucker in America? The worst man in America is the one who falls in love easily because he creates a family that ain't shit. Everything about his whole motherfucking shit. Let me tell you something about a simp. A simp will be around an immoral woman and expect all his friends and family to treat her like a queen. And that causes breakdown in society. A cake ass nigga will be with a bitch you could never be proud of. And that motherfucker will look at his homie like his homie ain't shit. If his homie ever say, man, check your girl. Have you ever gone out to dinner with a motherfucking cake ass nigga and his unchecked bitch? A cake ass nigga and his unchecked bitch will fuck up the whole restaurant.
The whole vibe, the whole night. It's just
Bitch, you just say and do what the fuck she want to do and don't give a fuck what happened. I'm saying like, yo, man, we are living in some times where a lot of debacles are induced. But one thing about a weak ass nigga, he gets a pass because it seemed like he a nice guy. But really that motherfucker's presence around a whole bunch of other people will fuck up everything because he got an unchecked bitch on his side.
That is so true. And Corey is speaking from facts here. I know all of us men can speak from position where we have that one friend, whether he's an acquaintance or a best friend. And then he gets with that girl here and all hell breaks loose. Even to the point he may call you, say, hey man, please just do me a favor. Don't bring it up when she's around, man. I don't want no arguments. I don't need no problems, man. I gotta live with her. Or, hey, come on, man. Just come. Don't say nothing to her, man. Don't start nothing. We've all had a friend who had a woman like that. And it seems like we have to tiptoe around the situation or we got to cover for them, which means that we have a breakdown in friendship because we can't be real with each other here. Not like to talk about keeping it real goes wrong, but it's keeping it real how we can't be honest with ourselves as friends here. And then you got to lie to showcase that you in solidarity for your friend here. It's a sad state of affairs. Let's continue.
And you know what people would say? Why he say bitch? Them the type of motherfuckers I'm talking about. I'm making a strong point about what's happening in the world and the word bitch get in the way. Nah, man. I'm telling you, man, I got people who can't understand why I won't come around them. And the reason I don't come around them is because it's an animal around them. A wild animal that will say and do whatever. And that motherfucker will be like, cool out, dog. Just let it go. Let her say what she want to say and act like you don't hear her. He'll get mad at you for responding to her being disrespectful. I remember one day my brother got mad at me. I was so hurt. My brother was mad at me. He had an untamed bitch named Terry at my mama house. The funky hoe was playing with me. I checked the hoe like a nigga supposed to. That bitch had my brother call me and ask me to apologize. I was like, what is that bitch on the phone with you? That bitch got you calling me? I'm your brother. Did you check the bitch? The phone sound like this. Wasn't nothing but silence. I know the bitch was listening. Terry, if you watching this show, you a funky bitch. We all worked at Burger King. I told my brother that bitch wasn't shit. We all worked at Burger King. We was little kids. Well, basically like teenagers. We was high school age. This bitch got pregnant by the Caucasian boy who worked at Burger King with us. Even then, I knew that bitch hated niggas. I was like, so out of all us, this bitch got pregnant by a white boy.
Oh. Who did you guys all mess with?
I didn't mess with the
Oh.
bitch. My brother was crazy about the bitch. He treated the bitch like she was motherfucking a gift from God.
God.
And this bitch was Soot. Soot should be her name. You know what Soot is? That's some grimy, nothing ass shit.
Something in that air. And that
That's wild here, guys. Corey had a lot to unpack here, but that last part about his brother was something else here. But Tribe, it's a couple of points here. I need you guys to tell me in the comment section about Just Hilarious and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's been going through a lot lately, especially with the rumors. Him and Marjorie have basically debunked the fact that she cheated on with the boyfriend / chef, and they're doing good. So everybody on the internet here jumped on that story, but they're putting it out and debunking it here. But the fact that Steve Harvey had to fire his social media manager for putting that tweet out there, was it really about Just Hilarious? I don't know. I need to find out here. And the last point here, we're talking about simp guys here who will obey or basically do anything for their banshee woman here. Like we said, guys, if this is your friend here, only thing we can do is talk to them and find out if this is their situation here. And if they're going to be rocking with a woman like this, that's going to put ourselves in peril here, keep them at bay, because they're not strong and wise in the mind here. They're moving in a without attitude, and they're probably saying to themselves, this is the only woman I can get. But we know that's not the kind of life we want to live here. If a woman's going to disrespect us, or if we're in a marriage and she's going to talk down us or belittle us, that's something that we don't need, especially in a marriage here. And that's why we see so many breakdowns in communication, things of that nature, because we see men choosing women for the wrong reasons. But what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber, so I want to hear what you guys say here. Comment, like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. Let me know what you think about Corey Holcomb's comments here, and what about my commentary. Until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.